Morning. So first thing this morning, if you would just kind of relax in your chair and you can soften your gaze or close your eyes if you'd like. Put your hand over your heart if that's comfortable for you. And just let everything go. Let everything that happened before now go. Everything in your life, all the circumstances, all the concerns, all the busyness, let it all go. This is the opportunity that we have together. So we want to fully embrace it. Just be here. Nowhere else, just right here. Right here with your heart. Right here with us in this sacred space, in this precious moment in the week. Thank you. So now when we talk about spirit and do you welcome it, you could say you just did. In fact, I say you did. This is that space where that's exactly what we do on this particular time on a Sunday. Out of every bit of busyness that's going on in our lives, we take a moment to welcome spirit. So when I say spirit, let me say what I mean by spirit. Not that you don't know, but we often call spirit God or divine intelligence or essence or all kinds of different names. But what I'm talking about is that energy, yes, that divine intelligence that animates us. It is that which it brings everything to life. That brilliance, that wonder, that love that allows plants to grow, allows this planet to do its thing, allows the entire universe to be. It is that which has your body work and my body work. It's that which leaves the body at death. That's what's gone. Spirit has just left that body, that's all. But it's here, everywhere, at every moment, at every second of every day, everywhere you look, it is always there. As Marilyn said, there is no spot where God is not. And now sometimes that's kind of hard to grasp, but she's there, everywhere, at every moment, available to us. So we have the opportunity to welcome, I like to say her, so I probably say her today. We welcome her at any moment. It's an inward journey. Now, it's inward because that's generally where we tend to find her, but not necessarily, because we find her everywhere in life. And sometimes it's not easy to do that. I'll give you an example. I was doing some research for some friends online and looking for part-time online work. And so, I got into this one thing and I was doing it and I was doing these simple tasks. I'm testing it out for them. And it required a small money investment. Okay, I put it in and I got a sizable return. I was hey, this is pretty cool. Okay, so then the next level was a bigger investment. Okay, so I put the bigger investment in. It was made a sizable return, but they didn't return the money. In fact, instead of returning it to me, I had to invest more money and do more stuff. And that's when it hit me. I mean, it hit me like a sledgehammer. Oh my God, this is a scam. Sure, so you can imagine, this is a few $1,000s. I'm like, I am nuts, totally nuts. My heart's racing. I have these incredible thoughts, blaming myself. How stupid, how could you do that? Oh my God, on and on. I was just totally beside myself, totally freaked out, and I haven't been like that in years. Oh my God, I was just raving, nuts, totally. I mean, my hands were clammy, my heart's beating fast, I'm sweating. I was just, whoa. So it's bad enough that I lost that this money wasn't returned to me. But then the most awful part was that I was so nuts. I couldn't stand that. I was not calm. I was just, So I couldn't stand that. So then I did what I needed to do. I more than anything, I was freaked out about the money, but more than anything, I was freaked out that I was freaked out. So I started to pray. I grabbed a book, this book I'm raving about called The Prophetess. Absolutely fabulous book. It's the whole thing is spirit. It's like Khalil Gibran written by a woman. It is stunning book. Grab that, listen to spiritual music, talk to a spiritual guidance counselor. I mean, I just did everything I could until finally, this took me like 3 or 4 days. I mean, I was nuts. I could reclaim my connection to spirit. Finally, I could get calm again. And I tell you what, since then, those thoughts keep coming back, and I keep having to reclaim my connection to spirit, because I just don't want to live in that crazed place. And I would say you don't either. I don't think any of us do. So it's possible to welcome spirit at any moment. Now, spirit is available at all you have to do is look out the window and look at the plants. We happen to live in one of the most gorgeous places on the planet in the Bay Area. So just drive on the freeway. You can't help but see how beautiful this place is. Here in Alameda is like a haven. I was with a friend yesterday, and we were doing a bunch of errands, and I said, I am so glad I don't have to leave Alameda. I mean, not that I don't, but it's just so nice to be able to stick around here and within 15 minutes go everywhere and get everything done. So it's available, and spirit is there in every moment and shows up in those quiet moments. For me, it shows up on the freeway when I don't yell at somebody. Or when I just calm down and don't rush. Or when I see a baby. I was at a hairdresser's a couple weeks ago, and a dad was in with his little boy, Jack. Oh, my God, I could hardly take my eyes off of that baby. And Daddy and the baby were getting along great. I mean, it was just beautiful. There are moments like that where the essence of spirit really is super noticeable and captures you, kind of pulls you in. So it's not that we don't see it altogether, but do you welcome spirit in yourself? When you look in the mirror, are you thrilled with the beauty that spirit has given you? Trust me, I had to work on that, because when I looked in the mirror, I went, I don't like this, I don't like that, oh, if this wasn't this way, I'm getting older, I don't like these wrinkles. But I, just like you, am an expression of spirit. So to welcome spirit is for me to love me and to love the gift that spirit has given me, this body. So the mirror allows for that. And I just stop the blaming and have compassion, like you were talking about, compassion for myself. I mean, I do stupid things and say stupid things just like everybody else and get panicked just like everybody else from time to time. And and it's just not necessary to linger there. So now using the mirror to welcome spirit and to be present to the beauty that spirit has granted me, and to embrace that. Also, an opportunity to welcome spirit is in others. Now, sometimes that's harder than in yourself. For some people, that's harder. These days, it has gotten very obvious that we live like the other is less than this person, whoever this person is. So you're the other, I'm the okay one, you're the other, you've got the problem. And sadly, our country is very divided like that right now. But, this is not new. It's just super highlighted these days. Perhaps the greatest breakdown in our lifetimes is available right now, and from which will perhaps and hopefully will come the greatest breakthrough. But nevertheless, it takes work to see spirit and welcome spirit across from you sometimes, because of what people say, what people do, what they look like. I remember one time I was at a 10-day silent meditation retreat. So I'm not talking to anybody, and all the men and women are separated, and we were on a break, and I'm standing outside the meditation hall, and a woman comes up the path who had really short hair. She kind of had not shaved it off, but it was, very short. And my mind says, who the hell does she think she is? I don't even know this person. Nothing. I'm in a meditation retreat, for Pete's sake. And I'm just standing there, like, I'm like stretching like this, and I see her, and my mind says that, and I'm like, oh, my word. Go away. So, and it turns out, I talked to her after the retreat, that she had cut her hair off on purpose so that she didn't have to deal with it during the retreat. Lovely, lovely woman. But, it's a mind blower what our minds come up with without provocation. Just, oh my God. It was shocking to me. I mean, it's not that I didn't know I have a mind and it says stuff, but that one was shocking because there's this kind of holy place out in nature. Nobody's talking to each other. We're all meditating. We're all connecting with spirit, and boom, my mind says that. So it's sometimes a challenge to embrace spirit in the other. We can do it. And if you do, one of the things that does start to happen, the more you can do that, is the more community gets expressed and strengthened. When you and I can see the spirit and the wonder and welcome spirit in each other and know that spirit is there in the other, we can connect easily. We have to go past our own judgments and our own points of view, but we can do it. And when we do it, we're connected in spirit, and we can get on with whatever we're doing together. So it's valuable both for you and me personally, but also as a community. So there's different ways to welcome spirit, and I encourage all of us to start with ourselves. It's so much easier to embrace spirit and welcome spirit in another when spirit's welcome in you. When you're okay with you, when you trust yourself, you love yourself, you appreciate yourself, it's so much easier to do that with another. So I invite you into that practice. So spirit is always there like the sun. If you're in a room with all the drapes closed, you don't know that sun is there. But if you open the drapes and let the light in, or like I say, you uncrimp your hose, spirit flows, is available, and you can see more clearly and embrace it. So, it's up to you and me to open the drapes or uncrimp our hose when it comes to ourselves or another, and to welcome the light and the love and the beauty of spirit at every moment. Now, it's so easy to say that in this environment here today. It's so easy to say it and to feel it. Yeah, this is such a sacred, safe space. It's like, of course, what else would I say, right? But that's why come. That's why we come back to renew, to be reminded, to be filled up again, so that in the next week we're out there where it's easier for us to do that in our everyday lives. So I invite you to do whatever it takes for you to welcome spirit in your moment-by-moment existence. So let's just practice again. I know we started that way, but practice again. Just sit there quietly for a moment and purposefully and deliberately welcome spirit. However you want to say it, into your heart, into your mind, into your body. It's already there, but be the welcoming force that fills your body with the essence of spirit. That you know that she is there with you. She is welcoming you. She is hugging you. She loves you just as you are. You're perfect, even with your idiosyncrasies. We all have them. I am spirit. I am her expression. I am wondrous. And I take that into life. Do this for you. Do this for everyone. The more of us that are doing this, the more the breakthrough in our world begins. So while you're in that space, I'm going to read from a quote from a book. This I know. There is a vast and intimate benevolence here. To surrender is to release our fears into that. To surrender is to release our blocks to receiving into that. And as we do, this benevolence becomes us, and we it. And eventually we see that nothing has ever ultimately been outside of this. Have your first taste of love today for that genius of love who makes flowers ache towards the light and hearts do the same. Have your taste of divine love today. You might just say, I want more of that. Let yourself have more of that. Feel comfortable, feel at home, feel at peace there. Welcome her into every inch of you and know that you are she. Let us pray. Oh, benevolent Spirit, thank you for this gift. Thank you for being in our lives and being us and bringing us into this existence. Thank you for your love and your guidance and your welcome. We are blessed by it, and we are here to do your bidding, and we are grateful to be aware enough to know this. Thank you for your help in those moments when it's a challenge. We are grateful. We long for your embrace and cherish every second of it. We are thankful. Amen. Blessed be, and so it is.